Hey, welcome back to Lando's Lessons. Like I said, it's a twofer, hence why I'm wearing the same stuff and looking like I'm in the same position as the last time we talked. I mentioned a couple videos ago that I got a nice reality check. Um, Due to ongoings in my life, I had to make some changes and actually say, okay, what am I going to do to continue, to take care of business? And unfortunately, I had to take a step back. And as far as occupational stuff goes, it's something that I didn't want to return to. It's an industry that I thought I was done with. I was sick of it, and unfortunately, circumstances being what they are, I had to go back to it and take care of business, literally. So, I I have been humbled, as I stated before, but I didn't know how much of a blessing it would be. I didn't know how interactions with these strangers on a consistent basis would help me when it comes towards confidence and actually, you know, stepping outside of my comfort zone when I am out and about. Um, just like everyone, I feel like COVID really affected me and affected a lot of people when it came to the levels of social interaction and self confidence and just being able to be present in the presence of others. Because sometimes, we just all look at our phones, or we disassociate, or we don't branch out anymore and just have real conversations with people. I I spoke to this wonderful woman. I won't use her name because I don't have permission, but this wonderful older woman. I was helping her for probably 30 minutes to 45 minutes. It was a pretty long time, and we talked about everything. Of course, obviously, I was helping with what my job was, but just family life and loss and pain and how much cancer sucks and how it ruins people and takes away their light. But it just the in and out of every day and just living, not living day by day, but taking every day by day in stride. The just it was a beautiful conversation, and one that when I got off of work, I just reflected on during the drive home. I I I realized just how much I miss those type of conversations, how much I miss that level of engagement and interaction. It's a beautiful thing. It's something that I am going to stride for more in my life. I want to build that on a personal level with not only my family and friends, but to the strangers I meet along the way. There's it's I had a situation where I was walking by somebody and they were wearing a nice holiday sweater. I thought it looked cute. And I was like, that looks great on you. That's a really good sweater. And the older lady was very thankful and smiled when she passed me. And literally, some random gentleman who happened to be along the side noticed it and said, "Hey, man, that was very nice. That we need more of that." And he was right. We do. What happened to just genuine kindness? No, no, no. What happened to genuine interest in those around you? It's was fading away. COVID made it a lot worse, but now that we're out of it, it's still lacking. It's still gone, and I'm guilty of it myself. I I wish I did it more often, and I purposely want to. Um, Hence why I said it to that sweeter older lady. But whether it be a conversation with a stranger or whether it just be a passing compliment, those things really add up. You never know what someone's going through, and you never know if you were the light that made their day. So take that extra second and be that light. To close, I have had a great experience with a fellow employee, younger cat, and he reminds me of myself when I was younger. And I don't mean that in an overly stated way or like we're twinning or anything. I mean, like, there's a certain level of just wide eyed joy and ambition and excitement for life that I didn't quite realize how much was missing from my own. And some might say that's naivety or not being crushed by the world around them or whatever, but that's not true. That's not true at all. I know plenty of older people, people my age, and younger people who still have that light. And so much of whether or not you have it is determined by how you decide to take in the world around you and what you decide to put out into the world. And I'm very grateful to this young dude for reminding me of that, because I want to be able to do that for others. I want to have an experience where when people leave, their energy is slightly restored, or they have a little bit more of a smirk or smile on their face. Those are the type of interactions that I want to have as a lasting impression, whether it be temporary or whether it have some other deeper meaning. But at the end of the day, whenever I'm talking to somebody, I want that to be how the resulting interaction wraps up. And that level of genuine excitement is something that I gotta work on. Because I do have it at times, but other days, you're just in your head. And it's not to say that it's going to be there 100% of the time, but if it's something that you're focused on, it would be more present in your life and thus affect others in a hopefully net positive way. Another thing that this dude reminded me was the importance of planning. And let me be clear, I was not a planner. I just wasn't. I was going with the flow. And if you watch Parable of the Duck, which is a little short that I made, going with the flow, just that ain't it. It just isn't. So, the purposeful planning, getting things done after a set amount of time, is not going to happen as often without that planning, without that goal setting, without putting a plan into action itself. I don't think you're going to attain goals without a plan. Planning comes before that. And just getting me back on track, getting my mind right as far as what my future's going to look like, because you have such control over that. It's something that you can be affected by the outside world, but once again, it's about how you I guess react to said outside world. Don't let it shake you, type of thing. So it's been great. I was legitimately teed off when I had to resort back to this position, and you know feel like I had regressed, but it was a blessing in disguise. Just how much I feel more confident in talking and speaking with others. The reminder that these goals that I want to work towards aren't going to happen if I'm not planning these steps out. And I know these things might seem basic, but it's so easy to forget. It's so easy to get caught up in the BS of life that it slips by. I'm dealing with some procrastination right now on a few things, and unfortunately, one of them have affected a opportunity for me, and I found that out and it today, and it hurt, threw me off my groove. I'm still thrown. It's annoying to say the least, but taking everything for what it is This has been one of the better decisions of this year. One of the, it was less of a decision. One of the better things that happened to me this year. It was made out of urgency and necessity. And I really look forward to 2026 because how much I've picked up on and learned over these last few years really does mean a lot. It's it's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and I'm excited to share with others in the world um, the light that I can provide, but also the lessons that I can give as well. It, I told my folks I'm in unk mode now. I tried to share every piece of advice I could with the young gentleman I was talking about when it came to going through college and finishing strong. Don't take a break and getting your resume together and finding an internship and making sure that you can work for companies and gain what you can. And even if it's something that's some BS and it's just a strict job, that you can get something out of it and apply it to your future ambitions. It's the stuff that I wish I knew, and I think that's what life should be about. Is even if you don't have all your shit together, you can still help others not have to go through that same BS. you don't you don't have to walk through my stained footsteps that reek of manure. I'll show you how to walk around that. I'll show you how to skip over it. Heck, I'll lay down my jacket old school gentleman style and you can use that to walk over. But don't. I refuse to let you go through the same stuff if I can help it. That's what this channel's for. That was my goal overall. Started this almost a year ago. I didn't think much of it. Happy to be here. And for those who had checked in, the few views that have popped up over this time, I really pray that at least something I said helped. It would mean the world to me that I made a difference in one person's life. So, anyway, I've got work to do. I don't want to do that work, but I gotta do it. Schedules are schedules, you feel me? So, I'm gonna get to it. Know that you are strong. Know that you are loved. Know that you are never alone, even if it does feel that way. There's someone there who's willing and eager to listen if you don't give up hope. Stay strong. For those who celebrate Merry Christmas. For those of Jewish religion, Happy Hanukkah. And if you happen to celebrate Kwanzaa like I used to, Happy Kwanzaa to you. But stay strong. Enjoy this season of togetherness. And you'll hear from me sometime. Peace.